Hello everyone, my name is Zulad and it's good to be back. I still need to work on a new opening phrase. I'm too used to just keep on saying the green eyed bandit. It's the only downside of switching a style, I suppose. But hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to be switching up a bit. Oh Christ, that is loud. Do not invoke the Wrath of Clang. I mean, I've done that way too many times. So I have not played Space Engineers in years now, probably at this point. So I need to get back into the game. I can't lose my edge when it comes to this sci-fi stuff. I am really happy. They've added a new block, this AI block, meaning you can put it on a ship, and depending on which AI block it is, like follow, defend, attack, or task, you can make drones now. No, you could make drones beforehand, but you need to use scripts. And Marek, oh, he knew everything about scripting. There's me trying to learn the basics, still. I've got 300 hours in this game, but most of it's messing around. Versus his, like 2,000 now? Very disadvantaged. He has a self-building factory that builds a drone that has a script that flies and patrols to attack me. Like, I'm sorry. I struggle to make a functioning vessel sometimes. I forget sometimes to put a gyroscope on things. But yeah, so we're going to get back into the game, and we're just going to be making some little builds. Some little tests. I need more than one of those. Blocks with a friend, make a bunch of fighters. It was so funny. Oh, Christ. But yeah, so we're going to be experimenting around. We do have some mods. I think it's G. Yes, it is G. I remembered. We've got stuff like the Halo weaponry, some cannon mods, the hovercrafts, shielding, so on and so forth. Just to add some variation. We do run, whenever we do sometimes run a game, we do always have these mods enabled anyway. But yeah. So, Toxic, you're here. You have a bit of a choice. Do we make a small grid vessel? Like a small little fighter? Or do we go a large grid first? So we are going to make something that is atmospheric, so it's definitely going to be a power hungry if it's large grid. How do I open up my... Is it F1? It is F1, that's to help. F2. Is it F4? That's a screenshot. Start small, you just struggle to build one sometimes. I mean, yeah, that's a quick load. That's me opening some stuff in the Windows tab I shouldn't. I haven't played in ages. Jesus Christ. What button is it to open up the goddamn... Is it F10? It's F10. For example, like, I'll just copy to clipboard. Here's one of my things. What is this? Oh, this is my anti-ballistic ground vehicle. Small grid, light work. It is heavily armored, I believe that is. Yeah, it's heavy armor. I need to remember, if I build a vehicle, I need to do the wheel change thing. Always forget that sometimes. Yeah, can I control this? No, I can't control the Sentinel Smart Gun from here. Yeah, so it's F10, right? I can make some nice builds, I say that. It's quite a bit clunky, I'll be honest. What's this? Oh, Christ. What was this? This is one of my old gunships. Alright. So we're going to try and get back into it. So let's land this vessel. C? Yeah, okay, C is down. Oh, Christ. Did I really only use small thrusters for forward? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so to do that, we are going to need a landing gear just to place down. Place down small. There we go. And we'll build. So it was control, good. That is staying on there, good. I actually changed the colour because I do like the green style, and we'll go for sci-fi. Let's get a little bit going. So I normally, this is a horrendous thing to do, but I normally sort of place a few blocks and go, right, how do I want to shape it? So start with a basic. Let's make a fighter or scout craft. So light weaponry needs to be mobile and on the move. So we'd ideally want a fighter cockpit. And we will be going this way. Okay, so we got that. Then we'll get a medium cargo container here. Maybe a scout, but it's something that we still want to be able to carry some stuff with. That, and I can carry some ammunition in here. Let's try and layer that up a bit more. What we'll do is now sort of this. One more. Yeah. So we can do that. Boom. There we go. That is aligned. That is not aligned. Probably because I had a 1 block gap, not a 2 block gap. So atmospheric thrusters. This, in theory, is already enough to keep it afloat at least. Oh, hang on a minute. How do I... There we go. Let's get a mirror on. Oh, no, how do I... Okay, there we go. But before I forget midway through, I then hate myself because I forgot mirror mode. Just so that gets wrapped up with a bit of armor. And then we will need... Here. What I'll do is I'll get the Maxwell radar here. Ah, it's very awkward with the sizing placement. Right. We'll ignore the radar for now, and we'll see what we can do a bit later. So let's get these retractable guns. So the MC Rands. Wait, these are the small grid? Right, they're small grid, but they're not small grid. Right. Don't like guns like that. We do need actual small weaponry. Those are all... This is the only one that has a small grid variant, but still... Those are energy weapons. This is an old mod. Wouldn't be good for those. I think most of these are large grid. Oh, hang on, a 30mm autocannon. That's still quite big, yeah. And I'm pretty sure with the ammunition, it won't be able to fit small containers. Yes, small grid. Yeah, literally, this is not a small grid vest. Okay, so not that one. Nanites, UNSC weaponry, they should have some. Okay, that's smaller, but not small enough. Okay, there you go. I mean, it's a static one, but... I think we can work with that. There's a difference with Space Engineers, is that you do need to think, where does X item go? Because you need to link the cargo containers for it. We'll just do 2. And then we'll get that linked up. Oh, that's annoying. I'll need to wrap it around. Small conveyor. I know Maris is going to hop in here in a second and yell at me, so I'll use the tubes. Even though it's better to have the conveyors because they have more integrity. But, you know, what am I to say? He has 2,000 hours in this game, I don't. Right. That is connected. We also need to think of a power source. I'll have a normal one here. Link it back. Again, use it there. Those are full block size. And can I get a T section? Yep. There we go. So that links into here, so we can bring the ammunition down. Conveyor, conveyor. And then a sorter. Or converter, even, my mistake. Like that. So we can go down and then get into, actually a bit further back. Then go down here. As we will need a, oh, so is it connector? Connector, yes, there we go. I'm remembering. Kind of. Anyway, so we'll need a connector to connect the vessel. Actually, if I get another conveyor converter, that, then number 7, there we go. So we'll need to make it a bit longer. Now we do need a form of energy source in here. I have not forgotten, don't worry. So we'll have a couple batteries here. And we will get it's a scout vessel, a few small batteries. They don't do too much, but where are the batteries? I'm blind, hang on. Small batteries, here you go. Just to help fill in some of these gaps over here. And then we'll get some armor. That. So now what we can do is I will need to create a group. So weapons here. Is it K? No. G. Yes. Groups. Surely you can just have it control, right? How's that? Spotlights are going crazy over there. Alright. So again, have this laid up. The batteries will need to be covered. Before I forget, gyroscopes. There we go, get 2 in there. Now we do have a bit of a choice. Yeah, it's very bulky, so I'll make this a bit longer. Ooh, that's not good, is it? That is one direct shot and that hits the battery. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Do we change this from a scout to more of an actual combat fighter and make it longer? I feel like the scout has already sort of gotten a bit clunky there. I'm not the best at making small vessels. What I'll do is I'll extend this back here. That's sort of the tube line, at least from the front to the back. We do have this connection here. There we go. The battery goes up when you lose power. Ah, tomato. Right, it's a bit more space here. Okay, we'll at least remove that battery, okay? So they have to get through the cockpit and through the armor. And at least, but if they've got me here, and, oh well, they've kind of already shut it down. And just remind me, you've seen the air units that got added for Silica. Alien areas? I have not. I need to have a look. What are they like? If I had to have a feeling, they're going to have a lot of little ones, but they're probably going to have one colossal one or something like that. Would I be correct in assuming that? That's kind of how the aliens have been going so far. A lot of small to medium ones, and then just one big, massive one. Right, battery, and another. We'll need batteries, so that, there. That nice and armored up, ripped my external hard drive. Everything that I own is slowly breaking, and I need to work a lot of overtime to fix that. But since we're gonna sort of upgrade this, we're gonna change something. Micro missile pods. Okay, looks like that mod doesn't work. One of them is a dragonfly, one is a wasp, one's called the Colossus, which is a flying sea cannon. When I say it's big, it's big. Ooh, okay. I will need to have a look. I need a little. Yeah, have a good old look at that. So what we'll do is we're not going to use a nuclear missile launcher, which we could put onto a small one, fair enough. Or this missile sentry. We're going to be using something called these Archer missile pods. Ah, they're a bit big. Never mind, I forgot. Maybe I will use these missile sentries here. So unfortunately, the Halo small grid stuff is not really small. I mean, to be fair, you can make large ships with small grid. It just depends on how you want to style it. Large grid, I feel, is for stations or for big cruisers or for vessels you can walk around in. Small grid is just big vessel, but you're in the cockpit or a small little tiny cubby hole. Why not? Nukes are funny. Oh, true. How big is it? The nuclear missile holder is smaller than the weak missiles. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. Archer missile pods, is that what the US frigates? Yeah. I've got the Halo weaponry mod. It's not a heavy series, industrial blocks. Not the custom torpedo, yeah, UNSC weapons here. You even got the MAC cannons. The mine layers. That's what I've just used for the guns there. That's pretty. So if I go to weapon blocks, I've got all of these weapons to choose from. There's a lot. One of them is Big Bertha. Something like that. And it is a massive, massive route. Oh yeah, no, it's the King's Word. Look at how many components you need to make that. Ah yes, my fighter armed with a Mac cannon. Why not? Yeah, you need 6,000 superconductors, 2,500 conductors, 2,500 electromagnets, 2,500 superchargers, 5,000 computers. It's a massive gun. How big is the cord? The cord is also big. I just want small missiles. Oh, here. I think it might be this block that I'm looking for. It is this block that I'm looking for. It's small missiles. Couple weapon mods, but not many. Yeah, so the people that I do sometimes play Space Engineers with rarely I've played in ages, but we have a lot of mods. We've got like, the gravel sifter, we've got the static drills, just so we can go out and actually do stuff and not be mining 24/7. Because that's everything that I think I want there. Okay, but it's looking at least a little better. Again, I'm not the best at designing Space Engineer stuff. I am not certified. In space engineering over here. The best I can do is sort of add these exterior bits to make it look a bit, or have some decal design. That's about it. Which, to be fair, is alright still. I'm not happy about how this is exposed. Let's cover that up. The back kind of looks like Elite Dangerous Cobra. Oh yeah, it's got a sort of a... I see what you mean by that, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, hello. Ah, yes, the wolves that contain, you know, computers. More computers. 428 still plays. Jesus Christ, what are these wolves eating? Okay, before we sort of continue, so we got the up thrust. We now need forward thrust. We will need side thrust, which I think I will try and squeeze in here. I've got to sort of try and cover that up just a little bit at least. Okay. So forward thrust, sides, up. I'll have a couple just here that go down, just because at least makes it a bit more stable when going down. It's not cutting off the engines, it's just slowing them. There we go. And then here, it's going to be a while before I actually start making some somewhat nice vessels again. We'll just have a little bit of a slowdown function. Don't need it too much because this thing is probably just going to go in and be destroyed. So now, the moment of truth. I take it off and then cut off this bit. How well does it move? So it can hover for about 40 minutes, but if it's moving, it's only got 22 minutes. Ah. Oh well, we can work on more power efficiency a bit later, but there's a supply cache over there. So what I'll do is I'll group this as a swarm. Save that. G. Move my thing just a little. Control mode. Auto. So in theory that should shoot at it. So what this does, this flies over. I have to see because I don't know if they'll target. Nope, well, we got it with the guns. Thing to do in this game is make bigger ships and capital ships. I do enjoy that as well, yeah. And we can go up. Yeah, we can get up quite easily. So you just can't really slow down, so it is more of a strafe. Oh, we're going down a little bit. Oh, it's because obviously we were moving quite a lot. So what we'll do is we'll get out of this one, copy another one just over here, and we'll remove the guns. Then we'll give this to the pirates. Just, yeah. Transfer it to Space Pirates, yes. So yeah, missiles don't seem to be quite automatic. So what we'll do then is have a group to shoot at it. Because in theory, so let's say obviously we've got one over there, we see it. It fires the missiles. Helps if I targeted it. I forgot that this has a targeting system. Did the missiles not track on this one? I thought they normally tracked the swarm of missiles because I built something with these missiles before and they used to track. Is it because it doesn't have an antenna? To actually like track it. Could that be why? Hi. There we go. There we are. I'm not trying to. There you are. That's quite ugly. I'll need to. And crash. Let's take quite a big turn now. There we go. Let's get out. Copy. Paste it there. And then just give everything again to that. Transfer to Space Pirates, and we'll double check the controls or targeting on the missiles. So a subsystem. Let's try now. There we go. So I needed to track its antenna. As we can see, the swarm missiles are very, very lovely. Because no matter what, they will keep on heading back until they hit something. They're very, very weak. They do very little damage. But the main thing would be to cover up, to make some of their weapons, try and disengage, to attack the missiles. While also providing just a lot of little damage. See? What we'll do is we'll name this missile test. And we'll go out and save it. Is it... There we go. And we'll fly around to see if we can find an enemy spawn of some kind. If not, what I'll do is I'll spawn something in. Something that actually tests its combat capabilities. Oh, poop. Yeah, I need to be careful with this. It flies. Well, it stays up in the air, but very barely. So I might just add a couple more to that design, just at the back end. Alright, what we'll do is just head down to here. And do I use my star lifter? Use the star lifter. Might be, you know, at a disadvantage, considering it's very, very large scale. I'll just add one here. Transfer it to Space Pirates. So, despite this being a very, very small grid ship, we're just going to see how well this fares. So, can we use the cover here? No, we need to reload. But this thing has railguns. Yeah, if we cut it off, we go down a lot. Jesus. Yep, alright. Might have been very disadvantaged test there. Let's just see how that swarm missile did do against it. It didn't do much, I'll be honest. That was the worst test. I made a guinea pig fight a lion there. Oh, Christ. I mean, to be fair, one little short burst managed to damage a little bit of its hull. So, the fact that I managed to get some in isn't too bad. Okay, we got our little, oh Christ, they're still firing, aren't they? Oh no. Let's just get rid of them. There we go. Ah, poor little vessel. What I'll do is, I kind of want to run a test. How well did the other bigger missile blocks go? Because I kind of want to make a missile carrier, just because, you know, explosions are cool. So, give it power, give a control station to it, and we'll just quickly missile. Yes, the Archer missile pods. These are the massive ones here. Jesus Christ, there's a lot in there. Ship-to-ship missile used by the UNSC Navy is larger than an MSO and carries over 30 per pod. It has an engagement range of 10,000 kilometers. What we'll do is we'll just get this. It's probably overkill, but I like again, same here reaction. I like building big vessels. I like the big ships. They're not the most efficient, but damn are the missiles cool. Let's call it fire. Then we'll have this, a toggle to turn off and on, or shoot on and on. We will need to wait for it to load. That is the only downside. It does take a bit to load. There we go. Overkill is fun. Yeah, overkill's fun. Oh, I need to show you the king's thing, that king railgun. It is insanely massive. Like, if you had a server and it, you know, took time to get stuff, if you saw someone with that weapon, just surrender. Because they had the resources to build that weapon alone and then have a ship to carry it. Is it gonna fire? There we go. Oh Christ! Oh Christ! Oh, they all sort of targeted in one bit. Hang on, I might be able to change that. Pick offensive. Yeah, you can pick ammo type, which I do like with that. Utility, power, steering, yeah, and also just have any. Now if I target it, they should have to go into slight different areas. There we go. And we'll just have that staying on. So a couple rounds. Here we go, it's breached into the hole here, so it's no longer safe to breathe the air, let's just say. It's completely clean cut, that. Christ. Yeah, hang on. Where is... If I go to block weapons... Here it is. So this is the King Sword Caber Casper Launch. Reference, this is a ship. This is the weapon by itself. Second, what did you do? Oh Christ, yeah, the stream did freeze for a second. Where is it at now? Hang on. Oh Christ, the quality. Why is it possible? Here it is. Alright, it's a little bit behind, but it's at... It's so frame, we stop shoot. Frames. I'm not shooting anything, hang on, let's... please don't let this be like, Project Wingman. Hang on. See if I can change down some options. It's on medium. That's a big gun. That is a big gun. Oh, let's do that. Okay, it's smooth now. It seems to be, at least. What I'll do is I will go all the way up to here. It was also a thing of I'm using mods that have not been tested out in, you know, since like years, so they may be unstable. Let's go up a bit more. That's quite low to the ground. Okay, is that a good enough place to test the gun? Like firing it down into the ground or something. Okay. So, here's the weapon here. Oh, there's a space thing there. What is that? Oh well. What I'll do is I'll get a control station and I'll just basically give a hint of how... So you saw how big that takes, right? How much it takes to... Let's get one small reactor. So we have that weapon there. It is charging, and with a one small reactor, that's how many seconds it will take to charge. 592,000 seconds. So let's get... PvP servers always rules on classes of ships and how many weapons are allowed in each class. I mean, if, because I know not many people are playing on the Minecraft server, if people are actually fully down, I'll set up a Space Engineers one. Get 12 large reactors. But I will need to have some definite rules set for that. 12 large reactors. That will now take only 2,300 seconds. Yeah, this is how big the weapon is. I mean, hang on. I don't know if you saw how much that took to build. Um, that's how much it takes. It takes 9,750 military plates, 5,000 computers, 2,500 superchargers, 5,000 motors, 2,500 electromagnets, 2,500 girders, 2,500 large steel tubes, 6,000 superconductors, 2,500 power cells, 10,000 metal grids, 7,500 construction components, and 11,250 steel plates for one weapon. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, I looked out my window because I heard a jet coming, and I had to go look at it, but I didn't see it come across the window. I'm so sorry if that was loud. I had to go take a look outside. Oh, I didn't see it. I'd say hold off on space in a server until you can guarantee some people play. Yeah, it's kind of the same with Minecraft. I set it up, and people were like, "Yeah, we'll play." And I paid for it, and it's like only I've been on it, and it's like, thanks. That's costed me money to set up. It's kind of like when I bought, was it? Hang on, I'm trying to remember. DayZ on Xbox, it was like 40 quid. All me and my friends were going to play it. I was the only one who actually bought it in the end. I bought it, said, hey, I got the game now. Where's everyone? Oh, we're going to not play that game anymore, didn't you? Did we tell you? 40 quid down the drain right there. Alright, I added a lot more, so hopefully we should be able to... Let's just hide all these reactors. So, show unlocked them. So as you can see, the weapon is massive. You can probably tell from the weight of how it knocks down the ship. Like the Starlifter, it just knocked it down. You need a massive capital one. And a lot of power. So it will charge in 700 seconds, even with all those large reactors. And that's not even getting to actually making the ammunition. If it had something with Arc, played it, Pacer, people said they'd play, and just sat there on my own. Yeah. It's like, I've had like a couple people play on here, but it's like, not constantly. Like I said, like you'd be doing this because, you know, it's 18 quid a month for me. And I'm working part-time, not full-time now. So, Jesus Christ, this weapon is just massive. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there you go, I'm back. Right, so yeah, it's like the size of this weapon alone, like... If that's just the weapon, think of the actual size of the ship you would need with it. So yeah, let's do a test fire of this. I don't know how well it will work on just the terrain, but I've tested it before. I've shot a ship with the shield mod. It went through the shield, and the ship was then flying away from the actual force of the gun. How long until it's charged? Right, I'm just gonna do the stereotypical I can't be bothered to wait thing, and there we go. And boom. And then one more. Yeah, good. One more. So there we go. There we go. This is at least to charge it quickly, but I mean, if you had a massive capital class vessel that had this, A, you need a lot of power anyway, and B, you're not going to be firing this as your main weapon. This is your one shot, one kill weapon. You fire only when necessary. Okay, 171 seconds, so we've got that charging in the background. Right. But yeah, there are some other ones as well yeah, from that mod that are definitely a lot smaller, but are still, you know, This thing, it even says the roles of what weapons are. We've released this area. Like, here we go. It's a type, it's a laser turret, hard point, full traverse turret, it's roll as an assault, it's a 3x3x3, effects, fires heavy weapon. So I quite like that mod, this mod here, because it has so many others. Jesus Christ, is this one over here? That's just a rocket artillery. Yeah. Definitely my favorite of the weaponry mod. Ah, oh, damn it. I should have just used these, the small flak-ship missiles. These are little swarm missiles. And they are guided anti-PDs. What's necessary is the enemy ships get blown up, so we're full autoing that gun. I mean, this makes it charge in 100 and something seconds, all these large reactors. Like, you need a lot of uranium to even charge it. And then there's actually making the ammo as well, like, hence why, again, whenever we play it, we have the static drills mod. And we just have, and the pipelines, well, not even pipelines, you still just use conveyors, but we just have these set up, then have vehicles go and collect it, bring it back, and all that, just so we don't destroy the actual terrain, but we can still get the resources. Same will do like using the gravel sifter and all that. Okay. Is it charged? 50 seconds. Oh, we're getting there, we're getting there. Now, we've also got Build-A-Vision on, it's a nice little mod. Should be able to hover over this, unless it might just be like vanilla blocks. Might be. Oh, hang on, no. I think it might have just been because it was too big. Damn, alright. But yeah, for at least in terms of how you play, I don't know if you've met Marek yet. Some other person I sometimes do stuff with, and do half his workload. Yeah. But he definitely prefers. Ah, it's charged up. Oh yeah, it's a nuclear charge. All right. There's advanced features on here. Hang on, advanced features. Oh Christ, yeah. What I'll do is I'll put this in here. Oh Christ. And then there we go. It's animated as well. Ooh. Oh, it's such a cool animation though. Yeah, it doesn't do much to the terrain. Yeah, I didn't think it did. But essentially that gun can one-shot one of my cruisers. Like, for reference, it one-shot and sent flying this vehicle here. Like, it hit it, and it went flying off. So that is that type of weapon. It will destroy stuff. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, like I said, that it is definitely my most favorite of the, yeah, it's the RX Weapon Enterprises mod, because you've got so many other weaponry and they actually tell you what classification they fit. Like, are they more the weapon that's a sniper? Are they like heavy assault? I'll just go on to here. How long does these take to charge? Here we go. Oh, hang on, we can just control it here. Uh, the weapons do like to announce when they're going to fire. What I can do is, it's a bit awkward because I've always got to try and line it up. I'll get, where's the shielded one? Yeah, we'll just get my my attempt at making a capital ship for the atmosphere, which is quite hard to make an atmospheric one because you need a lot of thrusters to keep up and hydrogen. Oh right, I built it on the alien planet, didn't I? Nope. I just placed it upside down. It would help if I had it placed the right way. It would be beneficial. There we go. I was wondering why there was two up bits. There we go. This is one thing that I made. It's got, this is like a lot of heavy armor as well. Atmospheric thrusters, a lot of hydrogen. What is it shooting at? I don't know, something far away. Look, as I said, I'm still getting into the game. I think that's just a little bit below. Let's test our theory. But these two guns there. There you go, you saw the impact. It's tilted it. And let's see. Dangerous Ember counter. And it's not a wide area of effect, but it blew a hole just clean through. Let's say if I lowered that a little bit. Oh, that's what it's shooting at, yeah. Yeah, this is my base destroyer. The only problem is that sometimes the AI likes to shoot the gun here. Yeah, that's already going down. What we'll do is head inside. We'll first of all recorrect it. Jesus Christ, okay, now the shotgun spreads are firing. Open tide's already going down. There we go. So let's test out. If it gets framey when you're near it, does it? Oh no. It's gonna be, if I ever do something like this, it's gonna be something that I record, not stream. Or at least until I can upgrade my PC. Again, it's like Project Wingman. It's smooth when I play it, but streaming it on top of running all my other stuff, it just costs too much. Ooh, Christ. There goes the open tide. Alright, let's just see. How well do these go? This is now the mid-range. Oh wait, it was fine for a second. It was fine, probably because I was inside. And I wasn't looking at the guns, but okay. Oh, one was still charging. But I mean, like, yeah. Like, clearing a hole, like, obviously this is a hollow ship that you can walk around, so that doesn't really get too damaged. But, you know, having that pierce through and hit a reactor or a battery, you know, you're out. Here we go, here's the weapons. But like I said, there are so many on here. Like, we've got salvo launchers. Because, you know, you need missiles that size of that. Oh yeah, the Centaurian ion cannon. That's not the one I picked. There we go, that's the one. Like I said, this mod just is like the one weapon mod you want. And they also have these lovely designs here. Like, if, let's say like this right here, you could easily fit that into your hole. Like, you know, you got your thing here, then that, and continue along, and it fits in. It just blends right in. That's what I like about some of their designs as well. That probably is a half block there, but you can blend in a weapon as well. We'll just switch it around, but like this is a torpedo launcher. The Asterisk fires torpedoes capable of demolishing armored targets. While slow and very vulnerable to point defense, these missiles are extremely deadly. If they land direct here, 1 kilometer minimum range, so you can't fire it too close, 10 kilometers maximum range, and it accepts the Devastator EX, DR, or IO torpedoes. So obviously in creative, it's usually in the first ammunition, but in survival, when you make the ammo, you can actually select what type you want. Does this one have different types here? Like explosive or kinetic ammo. Obviously you want explosive. Why wouldn't you? Then, yeah, let's get it here. That's the only orbit down, so I can't really test out missiles without a target. Right. But yeah, wonderful mod this is. There's this one here, which adds sort of the more like naval ship design cannons. There's this massive one here, 500mm cannon and gun turret. It has a massive cannon which has 2 small little guns on the side of it, and is so large you can walk around in it. They've actually got it all like messed up, and you actually see there. It's not going to do it again, but you actually see when it loads up the shells, it brings them up here. Like if I just tell it to keep on shooting. I need to control it from here. It's gonna be very awkward. Just to show off this one little thing. I've gone offside, off track of just like shooting or building now. I'm just showcasing all this cool stuff. Yeah, except armor piercing, heat rounds, or the Casper rounds. Targets at 5,000 kilometers. There used to be a way to just say shoot with these things. Okay, that's really cool. It is cool. No, hang on. I'm gonna get a little guinea pig. What's this one? Paste anyway. That's upside down. Alright. Why do they keep on saving upside down? I didn't even save him upside down. Forget this. This is my little drone scanner. I use this to basically spy on people. For this, that, give to pirates. There we go. Oh Christ, is that too close? That might be too close. I've got to say arrowhead. Oh. Well, it took itself out. Alright, let's spawn it in again. We'll get... Not my demolisher. Oh no, that was something that we did. I remember we were doing the Mad Max planet, and we were basically having like land vehicles only. And we basically like built all this up and like met them in the middle and had massive tank out warfare. That was a fun time. Here we go, Spartan Laser. This is just a little vessel that I'll get rid of that. Hopefully it won't turn around. Please don't turn around and fire the guns. But okay, we'll watch it shoot. Oh my god, the arrowhead is still alive down here. Ah, God's sake. Hang on. What is around? What is shooting at it? Was it just that? Was there something else over the horizon? No, there's nothing here. We will showcase the 500mm arrow. Get our Spartan laser. Again, they're spawning upside down. Is it because I built these on the Mad Max planet? Is that why? It lives. Okay, this time for sure. See, nothing's fallen off yet. All right, come on. Yes, it's an enemy. You can shoot at it. You can shoot at it. There we go. There you go. And well, we missed the ammunition getting loaded back up, but one set just downed them. So what I'll do is I'll throw in a faraway one. Oh, there it is, right. What we'll do is we'll place it just over this ice lake here, right? This should be like 5 or so kilometers. Is this the testing one? Oh yes, this is the one that doesn't have any weaponry, but has a shield. So, okay, this doesn't have, no weapons, but it has a heavy shield. And I mean, it's powered by a ridiculous amount of, like, there's a shield powered by extremely large amount of reactors. This thing will take a beating. What I would do is I will essentially, and it's a repair ship. This thing, when it takes damage, will repair itself with all the welders. Whenever it gets attacked by the side, it's like you damage, like, or did a volley run and damage some blocks, it just repairs it back up. So we'll go out. Is that too far away? That might have been too far away. Range 4.9 kilometers. You also change the rate of fire, which I do like here. But okay, let's test out some of the other stuff then that have larger ranges. Have I added new DLC? No, fair. Anyway, yeah, most of these will say their weapon engagement range. I mean, Jesus Christ, the Starfall rocket artillery. Oh no, it's targeting it. That's a scary artillery gun. That is. Oh Christ. Oh god, hang on. Has it even loaded yet? It doesn't. Don't think it's loaded. Oh, now they've like Jesus. Oh my god. No way has it taken down the shield. Why can't I? Okay, now I can rotate. The shield is still up. However, that was enough force to completely knock it out of the air. So keep in mind the shield mod, when powered by that many reactors, becomes near indestructible. They add like billions of health. That's the shield nearly being destroyed by one volley. And the force is that strong against the shield that it knocks it out of the sky. Meaning whoever's flying it needs to make a quick correction or it's going to crash. Oh my god. That was not in this mod beforehand. It updated and they've added even bigger guns. Because of course they needed bigger guns. And yeah, if you're not able to correct it, you'll go crashing like that. Jesus Christ. Well, I think if I'm ever going to make a blueprint for a massive... Oh no, has it found something else? If I ever do decide to make a blueprint for a weapon or a massive capital vessel, I think I know what rockets I'm using. And they need to be far apart as well, Jesus Christ. What others have they added? I haven't played, because the last time they had this, the long sword missile batteries. It's a bit of a size difference of an upgrade. They've had these small ones as well, saber missiles. Oh, these are just the pure missiles. Yeah, the focus beam, that was the Spartan laser thing I built. The hangar bay, yeah, they've also got hangar bay. This is for space only. But you can put drones in there. It's become something to stop before it attacks the stream. Mate. It's already done a lot of damage. But this weapon here. Warning, buggy in multiplayer due to weapon core. So it is buggy in multiplayer. But these hold drones. It only works in space, so keep that in mind. But it is a little fun thing. Jesus Christ, this is such a big I'm sorry, but if you're attacking a base and you've got these, you won't even get near it. Okay, I'll spawn in another one. Right, I'll go far away, like right here. So this is where it was at. Here, so you're at this distance, you can barely see the base. It's a dot. Right, the complex you're attacking, it's a dot. We'll get this, and we'll get the shielded one. The shielded vessel that has this many reactors powering it. Then we'll say that you're, if I can turn it correctly, you're heading sort of forward, but you're going at a slight slide angle to get your thing in place. Hang on. Correct it. There we go. I placed it a little too much there. Then what we'll do is we'll go on and give this lovely vessel to the pirates for no apparent reason whatsoever. Just take it. Space Engineers D-Day. Yes, essentially. And again, we'll go flying over, right over to here. I went past it. So it's very slow. So this thing does not target small vessels, obviously. It shouldn't. This is a capital killer. So let's say you had a massive, like, you know, moon base and they were coming in to engage. And they have this. please, at this point, oh my god, it's just satisfying to see these missiles. And look how fast they are as well. So yeah, again, shield is just indestructible, but the force alone knocked this thing out the sky. It did a barrel roll for how much force it hit it. Yeah, it's going crashing, crashing, and dead. Well, now it's dead. Jesus. Oh Christ, it landed on the exposed reactors. Yes, that's another mod that I've got on. It's critical reactors. The more uranium that is in a thing, or the more charge it has, the bigger the explosion. But it could target small vessels. It could. However, how much of an annoyance do you want to be on a server that you target small vessels with that weapon? Oh, Christ. So yeah. That's a very... How much does it take to make? Hang on, that's got to be extremely expensive. Yeah, that's expensive. Not as expensive as the King's railgun, but... Bloody hell. So yeah, this is the mod that we mainly use for our designs. Like this fires a red laser incoming at ordnance, this shoots down vessels. Overkill is funny, yeah. Overkill funny. Haha, big explosion. There is a combat shotgun. It's very short range. Press F6 to get back into the actual thing here. Oh, I'm all the way over here. Hang on. There we go. But it's literally just a quick spread shotgun. There are big, large grid weapons for small, close range engagements. You've also got weapons like this. Again, the designs are lovely because they just fit so well into the blocks. And they stack well. Like a massive, like, heavy Gatling gun. A laser shotgun, because that's a needed thing. It's like, that's also another thing, right? Do you want big insta-kill missiles which can knock heavy stuff out the battery? Oh yeah, there's the Hydra ones as well. There's the Thrasher flak cannon. Jesus Christ. Or, right, or do you go funny meme build? Right, and the funny meme build is this. Alright. Funny meme build. So the flak giant missiles, right? They fire guide rockets. They're high speed and explode on impact, right? This main goal is an anti-point defense. It literally fires so many little missiles just to disrupt an enemy's point defense system. So again, best weapon mod out there for Space Engineers because it adds everything. So we'll get this battleship again. This design that I used to think was like the best design ever has now literally become the testing ground for my weapons. We'll go over here and just to show how much health it has. Can I view it here? I can. The shield's health is 10 million. That's how much health the shield has, and every second it gains 58,000 health. It's safe to say this is good for just testing. Can the little stuff, or how well can a lot of little weaponries take down a invincible target? So we'll give this over and fly back over to our little testing ground here. and test out the funny meme build. We target, get all of these into a group, name it fun. So that amount of small missiles, again, is changing the correction. Keep in mind, every second the shield gets back up. It has ripped through this vessel. And it's not finished. It's now targeting the other one. Oh, no, it's coming back. It's not finished yet. It wants its destruction. There we go. So you can go for the really big, fun capital killer builds, or you can just go for that. And we go turn it off. Uh-huh. Oh. I'm gonna go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Imagine you're driving to an enemy base and that's what you see. Oh, Christ. I'm like, even one row is a lot. Like, no matter how much point defense you have, it's going to, like, just get rid of it. But, yeah. You also had, I mean, I think, which mod was it? Yeah, general destroyer missiles, anti-fighter turrets. These are just general, like, helps get rid of small grids. And I do like the designs that have this. Because that way, you've got your, like, thing here, and then you've got your armor. Meaning they have to get rid of this armor, destroy the gun, to then hit the turrets. Well, most guns are, like, here, where right underneath it is the conveyor, and it sticks right out. I do like guns that have incorporated these designs, at least for when you're building the big stuff. And yeah, there's a bunch of battleship cannons, heavy defense turrets, battalions, ones, so you can like actually stack them. These guns here. Christ, I like weaponry in my FKS at this point. I mean, one of the fun things I had built ages ago was the Demolisher. If anyone's played Supreme Commander 2, that's what I've been naming my stuff off of. It was, Jesus Christ, what was the name? Oh, it's ice. Oh yeah, because you need to actually manually fill up ice on creative. One of the things I did, yeah, the Deathwatch Land Factory. So this, alright, what button links it? Here, right, this links it to the gravity. So on the Mad Max, obviously this was the Mad Max planet, so it was all flat. It was this. Yeah. Incompatible weapons. So this was an older one though. So here was this is the first ever 3D printer I made. When Galactic Colossus soon. And it was either be like the small vehicles and it would just be driving them off. Mainly because they're nanites. It is a nice thing because it just automatically builds stuff, but it takes a lot of components to even get it. But that was the first like land factory I made. Yeah, I'm a field engineer, or I attempted a field engineer. Obviously that wasn't going to work, but I incorporated this truck design. So this was sort of my thing. So it was the Arcanist. So this was the anti-A. So I had it set so I wouldn't really shoot on the ground. It would just target any air that they might have had on the Mad Max, because in air would be a lot harder to get. I also had air myself. This was in the form of the gunship here. Where is the Demolisher? Here's the Demolisher. This was the main cream of the crop. So the trucks were for AA or anti-something. They were specialization units that I had. I'll just get a few more of these just to kind of show how effective they are. So these aren't strong by themselves. These are just sort of a good in numbers. You'd have these follow you around essentially. And Jesus Christ is intimidating when all you see is this fire and the raining RT. So what I'll do is I'll go over here and I will place the land factory that I had. Actually, we can just control it from here, can't we? Yes, we can. And just give it to Space Pirates, yep. So the artillery actually fires up and over. And it's very long range. I think it's F11. It is F11. What is the button to get the time of day up? Is it, can we do a Minecraft cheat? Time? No, alright. Yeah, so what would normally happen whenever I was engaging something, I would have all these trucks follow me at a nice distance, because see, it was all flat, so you just move in a massive convoy. I would always try and attack at night, just so it would be harder. All you would see is just the fire, which was the signal of, you're going to die. It did not matter what you had. I had arty. And obviously I'd also have a few other stuff next to him as well. Where were the others that I had? The Cobra missile launcher was another design. This had to be fired manually. Obviously because of how the swarm missiles worked, but essentially it would target. And it would just be an anti either air, anti-vehicle, anti everything really. As long as the missiles could hit, it would stop whatever was coming near me. I also decided, why not? I built physical arty stations. So whenever someone was trying to engage me, and I was able to meet them with some forces, it wasn't just my units, so even if my units died, that I brought out quickly in a retaliation, they would then have to get through all of these little facilities I had scattered around my base. It's getting choppy here. I'm gonna go away. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off that. How do I... There we go. I'll do... That's about... Yeah, a kilometer out. No Rockhead? Sad. Ah, no Rockhead. I had the Pitbull. I made a Pitbull tank. But I didn't have a... I need to make the Rockhead tank. I'm going to probably remake everything. At some point. Okay. I'm away now. Is it a bit smoother? It's now smoother, yeah. There was too much there. Alright. Okay, I need to figure out what button. Give me a second, hang on. That's just screenshot. Hang on, give me a second. I'm loading up the wiki. Hang on, where's the wiki? Space engineers. Change time of day. Oh, it's Alt F10. That's what I was missing, right? If it was F10, I just need to do Alt F10. So, you know, it would be night, right? You could see, I'd always have a nice glow effect on my buildings, but all you would see in the distance, like if you didn't have the things other than the names, you would just see that. Just a lot of fire and a lot of smoke heading your way. Let's say, where's a good... I have the tower. Where's the tower? The Guardian Tower. There we go. This is one of my builds. This is if I controlled a sector, I would have this built somewhere to lock it down. Well, it would actually be connected to the ground, but there we go. So basically a lot of searchlights just to see if anything got near, and I would normally place a few of the gunships here. And I was trying to figure out how scripters work, so whenever it detects an enemy, it would fly off and engage. But I wasn't really able to do too much. So we'll just quickly see. I'll remove some of these guns here, just because I want to test how well does it engage. So yeah. So whenever I attack a place and I won, I would essentially try and set this up as quick as I can, because this just held down sectors well. So what we'll do is this, and you will get to see the lovely wondrous of my artillery. So it'd get into range and dead. So if you were driving back to your base and seeing this, like, that is a horrendous sight. Oh, Christ. And the artillery is very inaccurate, as you can see. After a while, it loses its capabilities. That and they can be shot down. But essentially, I would just terrify the hell out of people, because they would look up into the sky and see death. Wasn't the most effective, it was fear tactics mostly. It's beautiful. It's just something beautiful watching in Space Engineers, just watching all of this, like, weaponry fire down. Because I know they've added, like, actual artillery and an actual railgun into base game, but the artillery doesn't have these curvature shots. Like, these are literally howitzers. Yep, and the wonderful thing about this, even if they destroy the top, the Guardian Tower had defense power at the bottom, so you had to destroy both sections to knock it out fully. Okay, yeah, that's been knocked out now. Bloody hell. And they called me a madman. Yeah, fully correct, because that is a beautiful sight. Yeah, that's fully out cold. And the damage that I sustained? Let's see here. None. I didn't sustain none. Also, I did weaken it a bit. Because I took off some of the guns. But what I'll do is I'll just add in... I want to see how much can the stream handle. I'm going to add some more. Add some more further back as well, because again, the curved shots, they're the best. Like, these things weren't the most effective when engaged in a tank or a ground combat. But whenever they were attacking a base, it was the most beautiful thing ever. So this is what I could... I think this was the biggest army that I had was something like that. So we'll go for that. So could the largest artillery group that I had take on an actual Guardian Tower that I built? And a full one, not weakened, an actual proper Guardian Tower. So yeah, if you were ever trying to attack one of my sectors, you would have to get past this before you even got to the base. And this was never alone as well. I'd always have something nearby it. I also had this as well. I think, obviously on the flatlands, it would be more properly built up higher. But I remember having an old vehicle that I could like, try and refill stuff from here. Whatever happened to that design? Oh. So yeah. Yeah, because that has a railgun turret at the top there. Oh, Christ. Because the wondrous thing is that those AA guns there take down our anti-point defense. And then you've got the main cannons to disrupt whatever's. And there goes the railgun there. The railgun will be mostly one-shotting the vehicles. However, once one section hits, yeah. Jesus. I think I lost a couple over there. Oh, what's going on? Alright, nothing. Alright. Yeah. Because I think the engagement range for the howitzers are very massive. 5 kilometers. The max AI range it can fire at is 5 kilometers. The flak gun ammo has 3.5 kilometers. The heat rounds has a range of 12 kilometers at 1 gravity, at 1 G. Dude, it sawed the thing off. Jesus Christ. So yeah, a heat round, which is I believe what they're firing there. Well, AI can't fire 5 kilometers. You can fire it if you knew where to aim up to 12 kilometers away. Obviously, you need to actually manually aim it up and calculate distance and all that. So that is probably the best base destroyer. Because if I go... They're still shooting. Which one is still shooting? There's just one that hates it. Pretty much. Just that one there. It's dead, my guy. It's dead. If I go over... Yeah, I lost the RT base section was destroyed. I lost 2 cannons in that entire engagement with all those cannons, AA guns, and a railgun shooting. Obviously, those things can fire at 5 kilometers. The railgun can shoot further. There'd be a bit more thing there, but at a close standoff engagement now. Just that's it. That's how good those trucks were. Christ. I need to do something like that again. Depends on how much a server is. I wouldn't mind getting a server just to play on it with some people. As long as it... I need to think about it. What time is it now? Is it 2? It is 2, lovely. What I will do now is I'll call it off here. It's just a little impromptu stream. Just been just messing around with Space Engineers. I was going to do some more building, but then I remembered how fun the guns are and how to went way too hard on that. Yeah, like I always do in Space Engineers. There's a reason why I'm not the best at building. I'm good at destroying. Yes, God, hang on. There. You can stop shooting artillery now. Okay, good. Yeah. I'll probably be heading off for today. I'll probably still play the game in the background now. Because obviously it does appear that it doesn't run well with streaming, but maybe I'll do some stuff with videos. Who knows? Yeah. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you all next time. So long now.